Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm the City Witch. So I've got an absolutely wonderfully interesting video for you guys today. I'm pretty sure this is a deck you won't have seen before because it's so new on the market, and originally it was a Kickstarter exclusive, but now they have launched it so that anyone can purchase it. Now this deck isn't mine, it belongs to my partner, but I fell completely in love with it, so I am planning to buy my own version. So this is something for all you Dungeons and Dragons fans out there, because this is a tarot deck themed in the Dungeons and Dragons fantasy world. Yep, you heard me right guys, Dungeons and Dragons. So this deck is called the Adventurer's Tarot Empress deck. It was a Kickstarter exclusive, but you can buy it now at $45, which for you Brits out there, that's 33 quid. So not bad at all. Comes in this beautifully designed box and with a pouch, so you get quite a lot for your money, and there is also a guidebook inside, which I'll show you in a moment. The description tells us it's an oracle deck based on the fantasy world of Dungeons and Dragons, but you can use this deck as either an oracle or a tarot deck. It comes with 103 beautifully illustrated cards with gold foil stamping. So the design is gold foil with some beautiful colour illustrations. Now the box itself comes with a lot of different designs on it. I mean, the box itself is stunning. I absolutely love it. The back of the box says, Adventurer's Tarot, the Empress deck, unveil your fate. Use this beautifully illustrated oracle deck to determine combat initiative card by card. Divine the future for yourself, your players, and their characters. This deck contains 103 colourfully illustrated tarot cards, gold foil stamped with a smooth matte finish. Oracle card guide included. Instructions for an alternative intuitive system for fantasy tabletop games. So this deck can be used in the world of Dungeons and Dragons exclusively, or you can use it as a tarot and an oracle deck. So you've got a lot of choices with this deck, guys. Now, as I say, it does come with this really nice pouch, but I'm going to move the pouch to one side for now because we're going to concentrate on the deck. So the deck is really nice, guys. I have had a good look at this with my partner and I was very impressed. They have put a lot of energy and effort into designing this, and the colours are just beautiful, so I can't wait to show you. So the box is really nice. It comes with this design on the inside, so none of this is boring at all. They've really thought about how they're going to display this. On the front of the box it says victory and defeat, and it has a Dungeons and Dragons dice in the middle and then a number of different shaped dices around the edging. Has some tarot elements to it as well, so you've got the pentacle, you've got the chalice, a broken chalice, you've got a sword and a wand as well, and you've got some arrows, so it's got a lot of different symbolism, and then the psychic eye in the centre of the box. So they have themed it Dungeons and Dragons style with all the dice work, but they have also thought about those tarot and oracle lovers out there that work in the psychic world the same as I do. So I really like that. So first of all, we get the guidebook. It says divine your fate on the front, and it has a heart and a skull and then hands holding some cards. And then on the inside, it tells you that it gives you some divination formulas. So 3-card spread. And examples for 3-card spreads, it says you can do past, present, future, problem, cause, solution, mind, body, spirit, strengths, weaknesses and advice, you, other person and relationship, head, heart, path, you, lover, dynamic, quest, challenge and reward. And then it talks to you about single card readings, and then it gives you some information about the cards. So I won't go into too much detail here because I kind of want to surprise you with the artwork of the cards themselves, but there's quite a lot in this. It does give you basic information about the cards included, and then it gives you information about special cards that they included as well, which is the designer and the developer, and then the dungeon mistress. So instead of a dungeon master, they've done a dungeon mistress. Now the designer and developer cards were people that actually worked on this deck and helped design it, so they were special to this Kickstarter exclusive. So I don't know if they're going to include it if you purchase it now, guys, but they may very well do, I don't know. And then alternative initiative. So this is how to start combat and using the actual cards. And then there is also a scan code there that takes you to a page that'll give you lots more information and advice. So they did really think about this, guys, which I like. Now I'm going to take the cards out, and there's quite a lot of them. So this deck, as I say, is 103 cards, so it's probably going to take me a while to get through them all, guys. And there are doubles of some of the cards, which again was an exclusive thing they did. And I believe now you can get all of them with the Kickstarter launch. So instead of being exclusive, you can buy them as one whole deck. So you will get the full 103 cards. Each card is a different colour, different design, and they've thought about how they want to present it. And you can choose to keep all the cards within the deck, or you can choose to split it into Tarot and Oracle, or you can just choose the cards that most resonated with you. So there's a lot of different choices here, and I can think straight away how I would use these cards, guys. So I'm now going to show you the cards. First of all, I want to say the cards are really nice cardstock, quite thick, so they have thought about this. The back is the same as the box, which is really nice. And again, if you turn it one way or the other, it doesn't really matter because the design is pretty standard and you're not going to be able to tell whether the card's reversed or not, which I like. My partner has sleeved all these in these special casings, these little plastic sleeves. I personally don't choose to do that because I like to feel the energy of the cards, whereas my partner doesn't like dirty, sticky fingers on his cards, so he's sleeved them to keep them nice and clean. But that's your choice. You can buy these separate on the Kickstarter website. I will be putting the link to purchase these if you're interested, guys, in the description. So go ahead and click that and have a look at them for yourself. And I believe eventually they're going to be doing a lot more cards in the future and other decks as well. So you'll be able to mix and match them further down the line. So this is card number 1, which is the Bard. I'm going to try and keep these in order because I think my partner might murder me if I get them out of order. So this is the Bard number 2. So as I say, you're going to get a couple of cards that are basically the same, but they come with different colours. So if I just show you these two together, guys, you can see how she's got lilac hair there, but pink there. But then her skin is dark purple in that one, but then it's light pink in that one. So this is kind of how they've done it. So you can choose which one you prefer. Personally, I prefer that one. So then we have the Ranger. The second version of the Ranger, which I actually prefer. The Monk. Second version of the Monk. The Fighter. Second version of the Fighter. This is the Cleric. Second version of the Cleric. The Rogue. And the second version of the Rogue. Oh, I love that. I've noticed that I really like the second versions of most of these cards. So this is the Barbarian. And again, I prefer the second version because of how colourful it is. The Druid. Second version of the Druid. The Wizard. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And there's the other version of the Wizard. The Paladin. Second version of the Paladin. The Warlock. And I really like that one, the fireball in her hand. And that's the second version. The Sorcerer. Second version of the Sorcerer. There's quite a lot of these skulls, guys. So you could choose to give each one a different meaning, or you could choose to just have one or two of these in the deck rather than all of them. So completely your choice. Oops. So the next one we have is the Mystic. And the second version of the Mystic. The Blood Hunter. Oh, it's nice. I like that one. Oh, and I like the second version too. Oh, I would struggle trying to choose which ones to have, you know, guys. I'd probably end up having them all and then getting completely confused in the reading. Oh, it's so difficult to choose. So this one was the Artificer. The Ally. Second version of the Ally. And then we have the Companion. I prefer the second version of the Companion because you can actually see all of the leopard spots on the artwork there, which is really nice. Oh, I love this one, the Familiar. Again, I'd probably keep both versions of the Familiar in this because they are both lovely, and you can come up with different meanings based off of the colours used. So this one is the Wild Oracle. And the second version of that. The Designer. So these were the exclusive ones for the people who worked on it. The Dungeon Mistress. The Developer. The Beast. Again, you could choose to keep all of the beasts in because of the different colours and go with maybe different forces or meanings behind them. Dragon. And again, with the dragons, because there's so many, you could choose different energies and elements to represent them. There are 4 main dragons in witchcraft, which is Grail, Neleon, Fafnir and Cyrus. So if you are interested in dragon magic, you can incorporate all of the dragon energies and their correspondences into that by keeping all of them in. The Undead. It's quite a dark card, so I hope you can see that, guys. Second version of the Undead. Oh, I love that one. It's the third version of the Undead. Blacks and gold. And again, another one. So because there's 4 versions of the Undead, you could choose to make them the Riders of the Apocalypse with their various diseases and so on. So you could incorporate darker forces into the deck in order to balance it out a little bit. Then you have the Ooze. And again, there's quite a few cards for the Ooze, so you could do the same thing or just have one in. I think I would probably just have the one personally. That one's nice. So they are all the Ooze cards. The Aberration. That's version 1. Version 2. Version 3. And version 4. The Plant. Again, these are really nice cards, guys, with a lot of different colours. So again, you could give them all completely different meanings and keep them all in the deck. I know I would. Now, this is the point in the deck where we get to the elementals. So what I like about this is they actually used witchcraft symbols. So this is the fire element, and you can see the correct triangle has been used to represent the fire element. Then we've got water, air, and earth. Lovely. And then we've got the construct. That's version 1, version 2, version 3, and version 4. Then we move on to the Fae, and the Fae represent the seasons and the cycles that we have on our planet. So this one is the springtime. So you can see all the beautiful pink blossoms at the top. This one is the summertime. So you can see the trees are all lovely, lusciously green. Then we've got the autumn, where the leaves are actually fading to golds, browns and reds and falling from the trees. And then we've got winter, where the tree is barren and covered in snow. Then we've got the Celestials, and again there's 4 of these cards, guys, so you could choose to make these the archangels if you wanted, to represent the heavenly bodies, to balance out maybe the Riders of the Apocalypse. Then we've got the humanoid, and again there's quite a few of these, so you could either have one or you could choose different aspects of the human psyche, perhaps even our emotions. Then you got the Fiend, version 2 of the Fiend, version 3, and version 4. And again, the Fiends could be connections to hell, so perhaps the Princes of Hell is something you want to incorporate. Just some ideas for you guys. So these are the giants. There's 4 versions of the giants. And then we have the monstrosity. So they've used Medusa for this. I don't know if you see the snake hair in that image. And again, there's a couple of versions of this card. 4, I think, in total. And that is the last one. So that is the complete deck, guys. So as you can see, they've incorporated a lot into this deck and they've really thought about it. I personally really like this deck, especially the colours. I think it's absolutely wonderful. They've thought about the seasons, the elements, different forces that we work with magically, but they've tried to stick within the confines of the fantasy world for Dungeons and Dragons, which I really like. So overall, I would score this deck pretty high. As I say, it's really good card stock. The effort they've put in is wonderful. The gold leafing that they've used is absolutely stunning. You get a box, a guidebook and a pouch with it, and then of course you can buy the sleeves as well as an add-on. And considering you're getting this for $45 or £33, this is super cheap, guys. I mean, I've bought decks in the past that have cost me an absolute fortune for a lot less cards. So considering you're getting 103 beautifully designed cards, I think this is well worth every penny spent. And it's something definitely I think I will invest in. And I think I would probably choose to create my own meanings. But let's just have a look at one of the meanings of cards, just to give you an example. So the first card in the deck was the Bard. So this is about new experiences. So in its positive aspect, it says the beginning of a new adventure, learn something new, meet new people, and look at an old challenge in a new way. So if it's reversed, it talks about the Bard being reckless. So start something new, even if you're unsure of the outcome, trust your performance, but be prepared. So it's similar symbolism to the Fool card in a tarot deck, where they've said that there's a certain level of recklessness, but it's all about new beginnings and innocence. And then they've gone on like that throughout the deck, which is really nice, giving you lots of different alternative meanings to the cards. So you can choose to have them the right way up or reversed if you want, so it's personal preference. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. That is the full deck. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and click the bell button so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you'd like to purchase this deck, I have put the link in the description if you're interested. And for those of you out there who enjoy my tarot readings and tarot reviews, I do professional readings, and you can book those through my Facebook and Instagram links, which are in the description below. And if you'd like to offer your love and support to this channel, you can do that through Patreon, guys, and again the link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, take care of yourselves and I'll speak to you soon. Blessed be, guys.